Hi everybody, welcome to the first week of STS 1044, Student Success, otherwise known as Student Success course. My name is Connie and I have a company called SkillPod. If you've seen the other video, then you know that SkillPod is helping people prepare for employment, self-employment, or advance in your career by helping you build, articulate your own unique essential skills required for our entrepreneurial and digital economy. What are we doing here in this course? Well, I know that you have to be here because this is a required course. Your goal for this course should be the same as your goal for every other course that you have, which is to get the highest grades with the least amount of work. You might laugh, but this is a really valuable learning experience in itself. If you can aim to get the highest grades with the least amount of work, you're going to prove that you have great self-discipline, you're very efficient, you're very productive, you've got good time management skills, and I know that all of you are very, very busy. So the goal is really to be as efficient as you possibly can and get as much out of this school program as you can over the course of these next 2 years that you're in it. So what are the goals that you have for your program? Well, you probably want to build some knowledge around fashion management systems, build some particular skills that the program offers. You're also going to be building your network, and don't underestimate the power of this network that you're building right now. All of your faculty members are connected to industry. They are going to be your best bet for getting a great recommendation or reference for a job or work experience, or for partners for entrepreneurial ventures. So I hope that you will all set up LinkedIn pages and start to connect with your classmates and your professors, and even the classmates in the year ahead. If you have any way of doing this, join clubs, get involved with a school. But the classmates a year ahead of you, they're going to be the ones entering into the workforce a year ahead of you, and they're going to be your best links into available jobs. So really start to build your network. Focus on building your network while you're in this program. And also, I know that you're here to build some valuable work experience with the great field placement program that the program offers. So what skills do you need to succeed in school? This is a question I want you to think. I'm going to pause for 3 seconds. What skills do you really need to succeed in school? I talk a lot about employment because I know that's the ultimate goal. But in this interim step, in this school step here that you're in, there are really specific skills that you need to work on while you're in school in order to help you gain the success that you need. So here's a list of what I consider to be really critical skills. Time management, attention to detail. I can't tell you the number of times people have handed in assignments that were very well done, but they were like the wrong assignment, or it was handed in late. People said they didn't read the instructions, and very simply being able to read instructions and follow instructions is like a very, very good skill to have. Again, you don't want to be wasting your time, right? So communication skills, interpersonal skills. You're going to have a lot of group projects. So those interpersonal skills are really important. Creativity. You're going into a field that's very creative. I know that you want to make your mark. I know that you want to stand out. So how are you going to build those creativity skills? Asking good questions, being able to ask for help, knowing when to ask for help is critical. Again, so you don't spend time spinning your wheels, you don't get depressed, you don't get anxious thinking like you don't know how to do something. I mean, be resourceful and do your best to figure it out on your own, and then know when to ask for help. So strategic thinking is also a really important skill to have. You've got to know where to put your energy, which course is going to make the biggest difference, how you're going to balance your time. You're going to have to make some difficult choices. You can't do 100% effort in everything that you have. So the strategic thinking skills are going to be really important. Information management. How do you collect and sort through and store all the information that you have coming in and going out? How do you make sure that you're using the highest quality sources of information that you can find? And also this idea of growth mindset. So growth mindset is a concept that was developed by a psychologist named Carol Dweck. And she talks about this idea where really it's not about innate talent. Innate talent, you know, a lot of people are maybe brought up believing that either you have talent or you don't. Like you have fashion talent or you don't. You've got drawing talent or you don't. And what she challenged this notion and said, actually, those who are labeled as talented from a very young age depend on that talent, that natural born talent, to help them achieve things. But what happens when that talent runs out, or what happens when the rest of the crowd rises up to the level of that natural talent? There's a whole other group of people who were not told that they were talented. They were just told that they needed to work hard. And in fact, that group is the one that she did these longitudinal studies, which is a study that lasts over a couple of years, and found that people who were nurtured not to believe that they were talented, but that they needed to work hard and set some goals and try to achieve those goals, those were the ones who were more likely to succeed. Labeling someone as talented or not talented sets up a binary idea in somebody's head where either they're talented or they're not. And if they fail at something, that means maybe their talent has disappeared and they are failures. Growth mindset says that failure is really just a learning experience. Failure is valuable feedback. Failure is valuable information that we're getting. So if you fail a test, it's not that you're not talented. It's just that you got some information that you didn't maybe study the right thing, or you didn't understand the material, or you didn't work hard enough. Growth mindset says that everybody is capable of learning. And once you know that you're capable of learning one thing, you can apply that learning skill to anything that you set your mind on. Growth mindset is one of the things that students in the class in past terms have said has been the most important takeaway from the course. Understanding this growth mindset piece. Another thing I want to tell you is that you need to buy this workbook. You need to buy this workbook. You can either buy it on Google Play. You can buy it on Amazon. It does come in a softcover book that you can buy at the George Brown College bookstore. So they have this book available for, I think, $31 is what somebody told me. You can buy an ebook if you live remotely. You're not able to get the softcover book. I like the softcover book because it has spaces. It's a workbook. You work through these skills, and you can kind of flip back and forth. The ebook, it's totally fine. It's totally workable, and it's $10. I wrote this book just to let you know it's not a big moneymaker for me, but it really was about organizing the information and being able to provide something that just wasn't available in the marketplace. So the thing about these skills that we need for school that we talked about before, these time management, attention to detail, we're going to be covering all of these skills. These are all embedded within these skills that you'll find in this book. So this book is divided into 7 chapters. There's 7 skills, so each skill has a chapter. Each skill is divided into 4 key competencies, which is a key element of that skill. These are all skills that you can build. None of this is out of your reach. Where we're going with this project, so I like to start at the end to give myself, this is how I like to see the big picture and then work backwards from that. So the final project, where we're trying to get to a place where you can demonstrate your understanding of the skills and also create a presentation about yourself, your strengths, what value you bring to this program, what value you might bring to a job, the world, through a skills lens. So understanding the skills and understanding yourself will make you a better student, and it will help your career. And what we're trying to do here then, this is a demonstration of your skills. A couple of things about this final project is you can see that while we are learning these specific skills, these 7 specific skills, you're also going to be working really hard on your communication skills. You're going to be working really hard on your self-work skills, which is that motivation piece. It's that reliability piece. You're going to be working really hard on your learning skills as well. So you're working on your skills. So you're building your skills while we're learning about them at the same time. This final project is a demonstration of your communication skills. You can see that the final project, each one of these portfolio pieces represents one skill. It's a summary of your understanding of the skill. It's a very structured, in one structured paragraph. We'll go over this as we work through the program. You don't need to just make something up. It's a very structured way of writing. It's a very strategic and precise way of writing, using concrete examples and using this skill language. So the other thing with this is you're creating a visual presentation. This is a skill that's really coveted in the workplace and in school. If you can make a really fantastic visual presentation, you're going to be able to use this skill in a number of different environments, and it's really going to make you look like a very talented professional, right? So these portfolio pieces require one image that complements the writing. If you do 7 portfolio pieces, if you do all 7 skills, there's a bonus of 3%. You're also going to write a 150-word biographical statement, which is like about me. So if I say, can you tell me about yourself? You're going to be able to say in a really tight 150-word statement, this is me, right? And it's going to be something like what you would use in the description paragraph for the LinkedIn, on your LinkedIn page. It's going to be something that talks about you as a person, but also you as a professional. And then what you're going to do as well is you're going to video yourself presenting this statement as if you were being interviewed by someone. The thing is, you could make up a few things. You could say like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. But if you don't really know what the skills mean and you don't really know what your strengths are because you've never really done an inventory of your strengths, it's going to be hard to say this with confidence. So our goal in the end of this is that you have this self-awareness and you're going to be able to speak about yourself from a place of confidence. The final project. So one of the things too about creating these portfolio pieces is you're creating evidence for yourself. And this is something that, you know, coaches, professional coaches, not like executive coaches or cognitive behavioral therapists talk about. And it's this idea that, you know, our beliefs about our ideas about ourselves are based on our beliefs, and our beliefs are based on our own evidence. So we say, well, I'm this kind of person because of this. And what we're trying to build up with you as well here in an indirect kind of a way is to say, well, actually, I am a good strategic thinker, and here's why I can tell you this. This is good for your confidence. It's good for your self-awareness, but it's also good in the situation if you do wind up going to a job interview and somebody says, can you tell me about a teamwork experience that either went well or didn't go well? And you have something prepared right then and there that you can share with them. You're always going to have these experiences tucked in your back pocket to give you a little boost of confidence. So what I want you to do right now is to tell me how you talk about yourself right now. So if you go on to Blackboard, on the left-hand side on the menu, you'll see a journal folder. And in that journal folder, there's another entry area that's called interview questions. And in that, you create a new journal entry. At the top of that page, you'll see there's a create a new journal entry. And then I want you to answer these 4 questions. Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And what value do you bring to this program? And what we're doing here, it's not going to be graded. This is just a benchmark. So you can go back later at the end of the course and you can compare your description of yourself in the beginning to your description of yourself in the end. And hopefully we're going to see a considerable development in terms of both the language and how you've expanded your language, how you can be more specific about yourself and really show that that you have developed this self-awareness and that you are very confident in being able to identify your what makes you unique. Okay, so sit tight. I'm going to record a second video and with a few more things that we covered in the class.